going on, people? One question. Is the United States guilty of bioterrorism? Are they guilty of being terrorists themselves? Terrorizing the nation? Always talking about the H1N1 disease that's out there. At one point in time, they were talking about anthrax and how it was making people sick, taking people out. Now we had the swine flu virus. That's a big thing now, and they're requiring everybody to take these shots. Cancer is taking people out, and they're predicting that millions of people will die in the United States of cancer within a year. Skin cancer, throat cancer, colon cancer, breast cancer, all types of cancer. And people are trying to figure out where is this cancer coming from. It's being blamed on the microwave. It's being blamed on smoking. It's being blamed on the cell phone towers, radiation signals or waves that are sent through the air. There's all kind of excuses on why people are dying. Now, I know in the Bible it predicts about in the last days there's going to be pestilence in the land. But a lot of these pestilence are not from God. They're created by man. And I believe that that's one of the government's way of reducing the population here in the United States. Cancer, HIV, H1N1, including anthrax, which they don't talk about anymore. They talked about how the terrorists did it. There was a big terrorist scare. But the United States of America, I personally believe, are creating a lot of these cancers. Because it's very easy to do. Take for example, the infant milk. At one point in time that mothers were feeding their babies instead of breastfeeding them. There's no telling what was in that milk. And you find that these kids grew up, their bodies mature a lot faster, but their mind is still young. The meats that we eat, all of these injections that they're giving they're putting in these meats that people are now eating. All these mad cow disease. So it's very easy to poison the water. They do that. They teach you that in the military on how how you protect your water supply. They're giving these women shots to dry up the milk in their breast. There's no telling what's in these needles, man, that they're feeding people nowadays. So I personally believe that the United States is guilty of bioterrorism. Creating diseases, man, to take people off the face of the planet to try to help with this current recession that the world is facing now. There's too many people on the earth. And this is the government's way of clearing people off. Now, in the military, we were taught about biochemistry, biochemical warfare, nuclear warfare, blister agents, nerve agents, different types of gases. This is what I looked up for these people, for the people that are not familiar with biochemical warfare. It states as follows. Biological warfare. Okay, there's different types of warfare that's current. It's not just the warfare that's happening over in Iraq and Afghanistan. There's all types of warfare. And you know what? There's also electronic warfare where our minds are being occupied by iPods, by computers, and because of the fact that our minds are so engulfed in these electronic things, we're not paying attention to these other types of warfare that's strictly against us, that's trying to reduce the population on Earth. So we need to wake up. Check this out. Biological warfare, also known as germ warfare, is the use of pathogens such as viruses, bacteria, and other disease-causing biological agents or the toxins produced by them as biological weapons or bioweapons. There is a clear overlaps between biological warfare and chemical warfare, as the use of toxins produced by living organisms is considered under the provision of both the Biological and Toxin Weapons Convention and the Chemical Weapon Convention. Toxins are of organic origin, I'm like tripping on my tongue here, are often called mid-spectrum agents. A biological weapon may be intended to kill, incapacitate, or seriously impair a person, group of people, or even an entire population. It may be also defined as the material or defense against such employment. Biological warfare is a military technique that can be used by nation states or non-national groups. In the latter case, or if a nation state uses clandestinely, it may also be considered bioterrorism. So, our minds are so occupied with iCarly on television, SpongeBob, all these other TV shows that come on, and we don't watch the news. We don't pay attention to what's going on around us. And we're steady dying. Nobody's really questioning about cancer, man. They're just accepting it. I know quite a few people that already died of cancer. My father died of cancer. And it's like, and he didn't even smoke. So, where is this cancer coming from? Is this something that was probably implanted within us? You know, I mean, you go to the doctors, man, they tell you you need this shot. Next thing you don't know what's inside that needle. You don't know what's in that needle. You don't know what type of radioactivity that's going on around you, man. That's the lotions, the soaps that we use, the foods that we put in our mouth, the water that we drink. These women that get shots to drive their breast milk. You don't know what's in these needles. The Enfamil and then Prosobi and all this other stuff that you were feeding your babies coming up. And listen, I'm going to tell you something. This could be a thing where, see, the thing about when you're dealing with biochemical warfare, they can take you out immediately or over a course of time. See, it doesn't have to be right now or a month down the road. It can be years down the road. And before you realize it, all of these strange diseases are starting to pop up. These viruses, these infections, things that they say, okay, well, we have to solve a problem now. We got to find a solution to this problem. Cancer, HIV, H1N1, things of that nature. So we got to give you this shot. But we ain't going to tell you about the side effects this shot is going to cause you or just going to create somewhere down the line and even affect your children that's in your womb. So right now we're in a warfare, not so much as Iraq, not Afghanistan, but we're in a biochemical warfare right now, and it's the government against us. Feedback this video, tell me what you think. Until next time, I am fearless.